Okay, so this is the exhaust valve control for the McLaren 720S. I haven't opened it yet. Let's have a look and see what we're dealing with. Reasonably well packed. Get in it. See what we get. Roll-up assembly instructions, invoice. Not an awful lot to it. Looks pretty straightforward. Two key rings for the control box itself, really not much to it, and then piggyback, so presumably these fit each other, yeah. So these are the piggybacks that you use to take it over, heat shielded as well, and solid, what looks like Raychem wiring, well, cable-tronic, still looks pretty solid though, that's fine. For racing export only. Sure, alright. And these little remotes, reasonably solid. Look up the instructions on that later. Cool, alright, well, let's install it. Shut regardless. So, what we have is their instructions say that you got to remove wheels, remove dust cover, and come in through the wheel arches. However, the internet says you can raise the wing, remove the engine cover, and come through the sides. So, do we believe the internet or do we believe their instructions? I think we should try the internet first.
I think so.
Saves work. Might be double the work, but let's give it a shot. Alright, we need to fire the car up and raise the wing. So yeah, you have to. It has to be running. So let's jump in. Okay. Active on. Wing on. Let's check that comes up. Is it coming up yet?
Yeah.
Not yet. There we go. Wing up.
That's maximum.
We'll then have to raise it by hand. So let's turn back off. That should stay up. And now what we've got to do is we've got to manually manhandle this up. So if you grab your side, try and just see if we can slowly, that's it, there we go, that's maximum. Okay, I don't think that exhaust shield, yeah, you got to come underneath to get at that exhaust shield, which is not going to be easy, so
Two screws out the bottom, like the top.
yeah.
To see what some movement, then
Okay.
feed the cable outside.
Can you pull it out then? Will it? You think you got it? Oh, sweet.
That's
Yes, yes.
And the next one is
Right.
yeah.
That's that side. Right.
That one is
So
super easy. Right, let's put
took out that, and have ran the wire underneath and the wire underneath. So now we have it here. So now this one is to feed back. Bit easier this side as there's more room. So we fed that around the back, and then via our pokey stick there, we pulled the wire. Can we see it? I'm trying to get the video on here. pulled the wire all the way through, so this comes. Okay, so we've got two exhaust valve wires, so we now just have to get our hands in there and plug them in. It's going to be tight. We turn the ignition on. Fire it up. I heard something click at the back. Alright, fire it up. Let's see what happens. No errors. Right, we can't really rev it yet. It's not warm. Shall I try the buttons and see what happens? Okay. There we go. That's one. That's two. One. There's a definite difference. We'll have to try it with the decibel meter to see what the change is. Alright, so where are we at here? How is the noise level tested? It is held 45 degree, half a meter. Let's move this there. Right, so yeah, give it a rev. Let's see what happens. Yep. Okay, closing it. Now do it. Yeah, go ahead. And again. And to finish, one more. Okay, right. Let's try a hot start, see what it sounds like. Yep. Yep. So this is a hot start. So it comes with this little remote. The instructions are in German, but from what I can tell, 1 is to close the valves, 3 is to open them, I think 2 is to program things, and then you can program whether it remembers the previous mode that you're in, i.e. when you turn the car off and start it up again, it'll start up in the same in the previous mode. But I think given the noise, it's just going to stay there open for most of the time, and this can stay to the side. I've just done the first short drive in it. Definite difference. Inside the cockpit you don't notice as much because it's so well sound deadened. You notice maybe a 5% difference in it, but you can just tell there's a kind of a throatiness to it that sounds just a little bit better. Outside there's a definite difference. Outside maybe 10-15% difference in it. With the remote, means you can close it and open it as you see fit. I don't know what the stock settings were for opening the valve, if it was only in track mode or if it was based on throttle opening. But the difference now is you can have it open all the time, and it just sounds better, especially at startup. Something as simple as that, and being able to quieten it down if you're leaving home or late at night, or to louden it up if you're at a car show or wanting to show off. It's useful. It's nice. It's a good little system. This, I would not recommend installing the way we installed. Huge thanks to Dwight, of course. He did the majority of the work on this, but it was a fiddly install. Probably took us about 2 to 3 hours trying to do it without taking the wheels off. If you've got the ability to get the car on a lift or jack stands, take the wheel arches off, take the wheels off, the wheel arch liners off, you'd be done in an hour and a half. But the way we did it was a long route. So while the internet was right saying that you could install it without taking the wheels off, I don't think that's the right way to do it. I would go with what the instructions say. It's a much easier install, but it's still not a bad install. An afternoon and you're good to go. So recommended for sure.